This meeting is called to order. Please rise with me for the flag salute.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Well, good morning, everybody, to my last meeting, but it is Thursday, December the 31st of 2020, and 2020 is about to go away. So everybody tonight, don't forget your, tomorrow, forget your black-eyed peas. We need a better year. Item number 3, any citizen desiring to be heard? Not hearing anybody. Number 4, consideration of possible action to approve minutes of December 15th, 2020.
So moved.
I'll second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Let's see here. Item number 5, consideration of possible action to sign letter of engagement with SAII for exit audit of Commissioner Pearson. Should have District 2 on there as well.
They have it set just for the chairman to sign.
I'll move, we approve.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
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 Motion carries. They are over there as we speak. And I did give them a heads up that asphalt zipper is over in the District 1 yard.
Yeah, the auditor was also here this morning, and I spoke with him about it.
Excellent.
He's on his way over to our yard to get the inventory number off of it.
Very good.
Life's good.
That works. All right. Item 6. Open seal bid 2021-16 for one brush wildland fire apparatus revamp refurbishment for Guthrie Fire Department, and consideration possible action to award said bid.
The chief contacted me yesterday. He is out. Another firefighter was supposed to be here this morning. So they only have one bid from Blanchett.
You got an opener.
I do. I'm gonna say it's a good one.
Thought maybe the sheriff's office might be the proxy for the, never mind. It was a stretch.
No, I'm
We're
just
talking about
wondering if
the
maybe
heroes,
they
not
got
the
out on a
zeros.
call or something. So.
Oh, so, you know they call them hose draggers, right?
Yeah, you're right.
Just whatever it's worth.
There's a bunch that we probably don't even get into.
But I have seen some of our deputies out on the end of fire hoses,
Yep.
you know, getting trained up on how to help.
I think they passed phase 1 of recliner.
I can't staple it.
Had a main recliner.
Barbecue 101 at the firehouse, yeah, all that, yeah.
Could I ask the board to set this aside and see if someone gets here before the end of the meeting?
Just for the record, the total is $82,416.96.
82 what?
$82,416.96.
Nothing's cheap in the firefighting world. And there was only one bid.
Yeah, we only
Let's
received one.
move it to the end of the agenda in case they come. Item 7, open seal bid 2021-17 for one 600-gallon skid unit for Marshall Fire Department, and consideration possible action to award said bid.
We received 4, and again, we were supposed to have someone here.
It's
But
a long
with-
ways from Marshall.
With 4 bids, I would say we probably have to take a
Get up
little time to
yesterday to
look
get
at it
here,
anyway. We have a bid from Chief Fire and Safety, a bid from Davenport Fire Equipment, a bid from Ed M. Feld Equipment, bid from Pasco Industries.
Well, you stay there, I ain't got no pen, no knife on me.
Do it all.
We need to, yeah, we need to,
I'm just gonna put it right in here.
that works.
It's supposed to keep the envelope it came in. Proposal.
Somebody.
Yeah, that's Jamie.
Sorry, I'm late.
There's just one. You wanna look at it right here?
Sure.
This one from Chief Fire and Safety is $18,906. We got a steak first one.
I do not, baby. I'll get one.
Oh, Troy, we have
See how I do it?
Jeez.
Let's see here.
$22,990 from
Okay.
Davenport Fire Equipment. $22.99.
If I get to the end of this and it says no bid, this is fine. Okay. From Field Fire, their bid is $22,269.
For close.
Let's move these to the end of the agenda as well.
Yeah. We got this
Marshall shows up.
one for $18,906 from Chief Fire and Safety.
Cheapest truck.
This one's $22,995. So let's move to the end of the agenda, maybe someone will show up.
I will second that.
All right, moving on to item 8. Consideration and possible action to award the following sealed bids tabled from December 15, 2020. We have first the 6-month rock haul.
We only had one bid, Brown Transportation, so I'll move that District 3 goes with Brown Transportation.
Okay, but you have to, that bid is a 2-part bid.
Okay,
It's
that's-
your rock and then your rock hauled. So Brown for hauling rock in.
Okay.
Right.
And as the only, is that gonna stand for?
Well, there's the only bid, how can it not, right? So, but I will make a comment here, and we've done this in the past, and we will continue to do this in the future. Where we can buy rock locally to be picked up and hire a third party to haul that rock for us cheaper than we can have Brown haul it per ton. Their bid's $25 a ton. We can have it brought in from Drumright, Quapaw, at $22.50 a ton. So where we can have it done cheaper than what Brown bid it, we're gonna continue to do that. So with that caveat, yes, I agree with Brown Transportation as being the only vendor that bid delivered.
Okay. And that stands for D2?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
fine.
So then it would be rock picked up for each district.
District 1 would be Quapaw, Drumright.
District 2 as well.
District 3.
All 3 of you are
Yeah,
doing
Quapaw.
Quapaw?
Yes.
Quapaw, Drumright, Pawnee at the same price.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So just Quapaw. Okay, and so do you want to do a formal motion on this particular bid to indicate those 2 things?
I'll move that we go with Drumright, or Quapaw, Drumright, Pawnee.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. The second item is 6-month asphalt, crushed asphalt bids.
District 1, well, crushed.
Well, and I think that's also the two-part bid, right? It's pickup and then delivered. so.
Right. Well, yeah, asphalt, crushed asphalt. So, again, TJ Campbell has the lowest number on here, but they never have it, so, I'm going to go with Atlas, Asphalt Products for all,
Pickup and delivered.
yes, well, pickup,
Oh.
or, yeah, no, delivered, it's, the delivered is what I'm looking at here.
This is.
And delivered location, District 1.
And be delivered and picked up. Right.
And then picked up all locations, yes, Atlas as well,
Okay.
yes.
Yeah.
I was.
District 2 as well.
Okay.
I got a question. Do we ever send a bid to a place called Hudson Paving?
They're just up here on Highway 33, right?
The ones that we actually mailed a bid to was Logan County Asphalt, Atlas, TJ Campbell, TNC, and Haskell Lemon, so. no.
Hudson Paving would be good for late employees, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Well, I think there might be two Hudson Pavings. You know, one of them's out here on 33, then they got a plant down here on 33,
Right.
and they have crushed asphalt.
Right?
Well, I know, just looking at the bids, that Hudson down there's always cheaper than what this bid price is, so,
So I can try, and it's Hudson, and they're located where?
on Waterloo Road.
Okay. Let me
Right.
see, I'll see what I can find out.
I would like to include them on our next bid list, is what
Okay.
I'm getting at.
Not only just for that, but also when we redo, next time we redo our base repair, because they have that equipment
Yeah.
as well.
I'm hoping to get that out next month.
Yes,
so.
ma'am.
Cool.
District 3's gonna go with TJ Campbell.
For pickup and delivery?
Yeah, District 2 as well.
You just told me Atlas.
Oh, I'm sorry, Atlas. Sorry.
Okay, so let me make sure I have this right. District 1 and District 2 are choosing Atlas for pickup and delivery of all forms of asphalt.
Yes.
District 3 is using TJ Campbell, pickup, delivery, all forms of asphalt.
Correct.
Okay, somebody want to put that in a motion?
So move.
I'll second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. The third bid item is asphalt laid in place.
So, there was kind of a mix between TJ Campbell on types of asphalt and Atlas, and it was based on the tonnage, right? We hardly ever use a minimum, the minimum tonnage. Normally when we're doing laid in place, it's a mile, at least a mile, and that's over 500 tons. So in that regard, Atlas paving is the least expensive to do that for total. So District 1's gonna go with Atlas.
District 2 as well.
TJ Campbell for sure.
For laid in place?
Motion.
I'll move.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. Item 9,
Can we go back to
consideration.
item 6? We got a representative.
Oh, 6, I apologize.
No worries.
So this is on the sealed bid for the Guthrie Fire Department. Fresh, wild, lay-in fire apparatus.
You like it or you want to reject it?
What?
No, it meets all the specifications, and we have their trucks, a few of their trucks now, and they're built how they're supposed to be built.
So you're good with it?
Oh, yeah.
Jamie, could I just want to specify, because there was an option on this bid,
Mhm.
that you are accepting or rejecting the option?
Accepting the option.
Okay, so it'll be $82,416.96 plus $1,924 for the front two, the option of adding the front two lower boxes.
You good with that?
All in your budget and everything?
Supposed to be, yeah.
Well, okay, that's the main thing, right?
Right, right.
Okay.
I'll move with approve.
I'll second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
What was the name of that company?
Blind chat.
Now we're down
Thank
to
you.
We'll put a copy in your folder.
Okay.
Down to item 9, consideration and possible action to approve resolution calling annual election of Free Fair Board of Directors on February 5, 2021.
Okay, so unless you all choose to change it right now, the resolution is the same as we've done in the past. The filing period will be January 11th through January the 15th, 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. in the county clerk's office. The election to be held February 5th from 7:30 a.m. to 3 o'clock p.m. at the District 1 barn, at the District 2 barn, and here in the conference room for District 3.
So can we change that to where District 1 folks come here as well?
I think we tried that, but we were, the correction was the polling place had to be in your district.
Isn't that sweet?
Do we have to take action on this today?
Yes.
Well, I guess what I'm trying to figure out is where would be a fair place in District 3 where Guthrie residents, Crescent residents, Mulhall residents could.
And
So
this
it's
has
kind of in
always
the middle.
been an issue, and as we've researched in the past, the law doesn't give us a lot of, it's not like we can have, you used to have separate ballot
I used to have two
places, and they
polling
told us we
places.
couldn't do that. We had to have one, it has to be in each district.
Well, why don't they put this on the election board? to help
Well,
them?
we worked really hard a few years back to get that, and
Yes, we
the
did.
ag people worked a whole lot more to get it undone and sent back to this way. I would do anything to give up this deal.
Yep.
But it is the lobby of the agro that want it left this way and not ran as a regular election.
Sounds like a school board deal.
We did get it changed, and it was gonna be a ballot through the election board, and they immediately came in and overturned it.
I think all elections should be on the same cycle and done at the same time. But that's
You
just
know,
me.
I got a strange district. I mean, you know, most of my residents live in Guthrie School
Mhm.
District, but the Fair Board deal
Most participants at Fair Board are outside.
is Mulhall and Crescent. So it wouldn't be fair to be in Mulhall, it wouldn't be fair to be in Crescent, and it ain't fair to be in Guthrie either. So it's
But in
kinda-
Orlando,
To answer your other question, Monty, I mean,
Yeah, but I
we
mean, what's the
could
difference?
call a
here?
special meeting. We're just pushed up on, I have to have this in the filing period within a certain distance from the election date, and the election needs to be in February. So we may, if we have to call a special meeting to make, I mean, we can do that.
Let's do that, because I might try to partner up with the election board and see if I can't get them just to hold it in her office, and then my staff don't have to do it.
If you file for a city council or school board, in any of those, you have to go to election board filed.
Well, the filing is specified to the county clerk.
So why don't we have it in your office then?
There you go.
I don't.
I mean, and you know that I have to certify. I mean, so,
I just don't know where a good location would be. I mean, you're trying to split up Crescent and Guthrie and Marshall and, or Mulhall, Orlando.
yeah, if Lucille's was still open, that'd be a good place.
Yeah. Yes. Heck, let's just move forward. I mean, we'll do it right here, because I can't think of another location. I mean, unless you done the Daybell Church, and I'd have to talk to them, see if I could do it.
yeah. This is more difficult for you than the other two because of your size.
I just can't think of a spot. I'll move with.
Well, let me
So who do you wanna
throw
do
this
now?
out there before you do that. Would changing the hours help a little bit more? If we expanded and changed the hours to accommodate, I mean, 7:33 is a little tight.
You know, I'll say on a normal election, we'll have 100 people vote.
And when's the polling? The polling's almost always open, what, 7 to 7?
Normal,
Normal polling. That's what.
this is anything but normal.
I get that, and that's, I think that's kind of the issue with Monty. I mean, with folks coming from way north
It is.
in the county, trying to get down here before 3 p.m. I mean,
Well,
Statistically, District 3 has the most voters in this election. It is
I
not
think-
uncommon at all for District 1 and District 2 to go from less than 5 votes cast. throughout the day.
Well, can we not go ahead and continue on with our agenda? Let's not do no action on this. Let's go into recess, but I don't know how that would work. Going into recess with Mike going out of office, Cody coming into office, or can we just have a special meeting? And I'd like to have 2 polling places. Can we not?
We were told before we couldn't.
Who told us we couldn't?
I believe that came down from, I think legal looked into it, because remember, if you remember, there was a big to-do over an election. It was around a District 3, quite a ways back. And it said polling place had to be in the district. That's why, because we were going to try to put it all right here for all 3, and couldn't do that. Had to be in the district.
I just don't see why we can't have 2 polling places. I mean, when we have a general election, we have what?
22.
6, yeah, 6 in each district, well, around 6 in each district.
I'm not disagreeing. I'm just saying that the statutes that govern this are not anywhere similar to a normal election process.
I'd like to table it until January 4th and we'll get legal word on it. If we can get legal word on it being a holiday.
I can't add it to the forced agenda now.
Well, let's
So
have
take
a-
no action and call a special meeting.
That's what I'd like to do.
I'll second that.
All in favor, or do we need to?
I'm gonna just do a no action and
Okay.
call a special meeting for sometime later next week.
Thank you.
Thanks. All right, item 10, consideration possible action to approve resolution accepting donation of 1,400 tons of rotobill from Tim Husky to District Number 2, with District 2 providing transportation application to Post Road between State Highway 33 and College.
I move that this be tabled until January 4th so the incoming commissioner can discuss it, the issue with Tim Husky, examine what type of rotomill is being donated, see if it's appropriate, and to look at his schedule on providing the transportation and application to that road. Because now we're talking about, committing him to labor and time
That's
and
true.
equipment, so.
That's a good
Commissioner,
point.
could I ask that it table to the 15th of Monday's set?
Could we just put it on the special meeting that we're gonna have?
Yeah. I like
Yeah,
that.
put it on that special
Okay.
meeting, and I'll make sure
I'll do a no
that,
action and,
that Tim is aware of the meeting so he can come and explain what it is, if that's what you would like.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or maybe you guys could get together ahead of time.
Yeah.
Go through that.
Shore Hall. And, yeah, that road has really been needing it for a very long time. All right. Item 11, consideration of possible action to acknowledge receipt of notice of tort claim from Sebastian Facilis and Ford Echo County Claims.
I'll make a motion to that now.
I'll second and ask the question, what for?
they drove off the bridge in District 3. This gentleman is a passenger in the vehicle.
Oh, this is the one that is from a while back, or?
It's January of 2020 was the accident, and he is a passenger, and of course it's the county fault because they drove off the bridge.
Of course.
Is that on Highway 51 or?
It's
No.
at, it's in there.
It's on County Road 60.
61, I
Oh,
think.
okay.
Maybe 60. Yeah, it is 61.
We have a motion and a second.
I made a motion,
Oh.
I think Martin seconded.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Aye. Item 12, consideration possible action to approve the following detention transportation claims. For the Sheriff's Office, October 2020, $512.43. November of 2020, $982.79.
I move we approve.
I'll second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
I have nothing for 13 and 14.
That's nice.
Now we're gonna start the consent agenda.
Consent agenda.
If you wanna ask the sheriff, seems that next meeting, we're gonna be doing our annual tour of the jail. If you could have donuts for us up at the Crow's Nest, that would be excellent.
You know, I had a question about that. With the COVID-19, didn't they have a lot of cases in there? And I mean, should we put this off, or do we have to do it?
I spoke to Damon about that, to give him the option before we moved forward. He was gonna address that with you all on Monday morning when the meeting starts. He doesn't currently have an issue. Everyone will have to be masked, and the only interaction would be with trustees. So if you all are comfortable with moving forward, he said he was.
I don't have a problem with it.
I don't either. Because my understanding is most everybody there is what they call asymptomatic, right? So they're not snotting and coughing, and
Well, and they're you're not entering their pods, so.
I'm not going to either.
You think?
Well, not voluntarily, I'm not. Not on my own volition.
I don't have transfers, which is the after payroll, but there's no tickets.
Everyone's innocent anyway.
They all are, yes, just asking.
I agree with him. Hey, everyone's innocent until proven guilty. Well, it's supposed to be.
Well, it used to be.
Except in politics.
Jimmy.
I mess up my audio.
Well, that's too bad. That's hot.
Say what, huh?
Is it not hot in here, John?
It's
A little bit. How can you eat a donut with a mask on? I'm just curious how that works.
I bet the sheriff's department can teach you.
California knows.
Oh, yeah.
No.
I forgot to go in and see your name on this payroll. You skip a month, donate it back to the county.
Awfully nice. Thank you, Jordan. Thank you for your
It's awful
service.
nice of you.
Big of you.
You're welcome.
I got one. Yeah. That's a line though. Yeah, I see you have on your payroll, you have a Robert Jasper. I used to have a Robert Jasper that worked for me.
Mm-hmm.
Two different fellas.
Well, I don't know. This one, he's been working two jobs ever since I've been there.
Yeah, I know him. I mean, it's two different fellas.
Works at a nursing home and then works for the county every day. I mean, he puts in that many hours.
Seemed like a nice kid. He used to come on and play basketball with us.
Yeah, he's a hard worker and takes care of his family, and you know, there's a lot to be said there. Thought it was interesting that because he works at a nursing home when this COVID stuff first started, they said that he couldn't work at the county because he was outside work. He couldn't work outside the county because he was at the nursing home, might bring, contaminate the nursing home. And when I inquired into whether or not he could draw unemployment for that, the answer was no. Well, this other job was telling him that he couldn't work there, right, and keep his job at the county, but you know, if he left the county, he couldn't, it was because of COVID. I mean, just didn't make sense to me. And it was explained that, well, we can't pay people for not having their second job because somebody go out and get a second job and then file unemployment because they didn't have a second job. Okay. Yeah. This was through no fault of his own. But the cooler heads prevailed and they finally allowed him to have 2 jobs again. And then he got COVID, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so he's on vacation now. Again, asymptomatic. Oops. Bless you. Did you ever get a hold of the chief engineer at ODOT region, or District 4, Region 4, whatever it is?
Well, is that one's name January?
Yes,
That'd be
one of
the-
them months. No?
I talked to him once, he was gonna call me back.
Right. Never returned your
I
call?
don't think he can find my number.
No.
But I have talked to some ODOT people and they're gonna see what they can do and get back with me. But I figured the holidays has kinda got them messed up.
Yeah, that and the COVID.
Trying to get a hold of another guy with ODOT. They want to use the county road for a bypass, and they sent me a resolution to sign, and, or not for me to sign, but the board to sign. But that's just kind of an open problem there. and
Yes,
I'm gonna-
how much ever gonna
Well,
pay?
she didn't,
Thoroughfares for that?
it's not stamped because
We're
Sarah just
gonna-
handed them to
we're
me
gonna
after I
have
got
it-
here.
We're gonna
this
rewrite the
morning. So
resolution.
go ahead and sign.
Just go ahead and sign them. That's why there's not a stamp.
To get it on the agenda until
I think that's a great idea.
I have some answers. And some of it takes in the town of Orlando, I think they need to be included as well.
What are they doing up there on 5177?
We're gonna realign it, straighten it out. It's got everything there.
Election board claim for, that's just a chairman and
So they're
Get your
gonna
camera
get,
out.
they're gonna get back
Alcoholic
right away,
beverages.
take right away, or how's that gonna work?
I don't know on the property owner side of it. I'm sure the property owner will lose.
Get back 40 foot of right away and take 50. you know?
Like to get money sent on it first, right? Ooh, over 21.
Yeah. Gone up, hasn't it?
Hey, I did kind of take care of it. I did send you a photo of that. So,
Saved me.
modern technology going on.
Miracle.
So what's with the inquiring minds wanting to know about the alcohol tax? I mean, that seems to be the focus of a lot of attention, is that?
It's just a running chart I keep now.
Well, what, you got to do one on the marijuana tax. How much do they collect and where does it go and who's benefiting?
State.
What's
State,
the
about
state,
sales tax.
State.
what's the state do with it?
Spend it.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
is
don't
there
think
a
it's
certain fund?
appropriated.
Is there a certain fund it rolls into to fund something, or is it just to give pay raises, or, I mean?
Well, it was promoted to fund healthcare.
Well, I noticed everybody's sick. Everyone's got COVID.
Yeah, how'd that work out?
I thought it was schools. All that money was meant to go to schools.
Listen, what's really bad
So
is how many compliance certificates that we're doing. I think we're on our third binder full. And we can't even charge them a nickel to stop what we're doing, take care, do their paperwork, make their copies.
So it's kind of a farmer type deal, you know, they raise it on the farm. So if I have a farm card, am I exempt from sales tax on it, or?
I think they charge you a grower's tax.
Money, not at the dispensaries, you're not. And what they collect, the OMMA collects 7%.
Yep.
That goes to run the OMMA, the regulatory services. It also pays the Oklahoma Bureau of Narcotics for doing their inspections of it, as well as other inspections that are done in these grow farms. They have their own bureau now. They're another agency like the health
Imagine
department.
that.
And the sales tax from that, of course, is the regular sales tax, and we do benefit from that in Logan County. So I hope that kind of tells you where that money goes to.
Just the chairman signs on,
Okay.
I
Anyway.
certify it after.
Are we
Is
done?
that in on consent?
That's it for consent.
I move we approve the consent agenda.
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. We're on the 16, possible action on approving claims for payment for December of 2020.
$75% goes to the general fund.
The general fund. It's
General
good to be-
revenue fund.
It's good to be the general.
General revenue fund.
Or is that it's good to be the king? I can't remember which. You know who Mel Brooks is?
Mhm.
It's good to be the king. Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot of grow houses that's popped up in Logan County.
$500,000 and up per pop. That and Chinese are coming in and building them too.
I thought they were growing noodles in there.
Yeah.
what the sign says.
Now, they're having seminars there in China about how much money can be made in Oklahoma, and so they're sending them over here and building them and funding them with, or populating with other Chinese coming over here and working.
Yeah. We got no more railroads to build, I guess.
Money making.
It's okay, you can say it.
I ain't saying nothing. I'm sitting here.
Did he have that look? Did he get?
Now, there's, happens to the best of us, I told y'all.
I didn't even see it.
It's there.
I didn't even pay attention. I was thinking about the taxes. Getting my brain going. Surprisingly.
We'll need a lot of sales to make up for the budget this year.
Well, if I will tell you this, if the amount of protested taxes that the treasurer is receiving is an indication of what equalization board's gonna do in the fight over valuations, it could get a little hairy for
I'll make a
income
motion
next
we
year.
approve the claims.
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Item 17, consideration possible action on approving purchase card payments for December of 2020.
I'll move that we approve the purchase claim on the P card.
I'll second. We got anything on, we were gonna talk about trying to get some legislation.
I
Okay,
haven't
so-
heard anything.
Okay, so, or we could use that for auction houses, online auctions and stuff like
I
that.
haven't heard anything.
Okay, that would be too handy.
Could I ask the board to go back to item 7 and table this to the 15th, and that would be the bid for Marshall Fire Department?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. So we have,
I ain't sure we voted on the P card purchase.
Sorry.
do we have a second on that?
Yes.
Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Aye. Any citizen desiring to be heard? Comments, announcements, questions by the Board of County Commissioners? Marvin?
One item that's near and dear to a few of our hearts here is the FEMA approved, or the Fed approved Oklahoma's request for assistance for the disaster of October 26th to 29th for the ice storm that we had. Yesterday they had their the meeting to discuss the requirements and issues and items on that. There you go. Okay. Anyway, this is kind of a brief of, we had Lori set in on that. She's our grant writer right now, but she took some good notes. And the other thing is that her daughter happens to also be the emergency manager for the city of Edmond.
Excellent.
So she's got some ins and outs and that sort of stuff. So these are the notes that she took, and it's basically some of the things that we already know about applying for FEMA grants. You know, when we have people going out and doing work, we got to identify the vehicle, the number of hours, if it's like a track hoe or something like that, or the number of miles it's driven, the operator, and identify all the costs associated with that, including fuel and all that neat stuff. So she put this list together. I know David's supposed to be back next week, but I thought that this would be good for us to get a good jump on things. One of the questions that came up, we've also been talking with FEMA, and it seems that the folks down there that deal with the counties now are a little more agreeable to working with us on emergencies and some other things. The discussion that I had, there is a process now, it's just came up. There is a process now to have a to be able to get an exemption from air curtain requirements for like a rural area like Monty's place up there. Wouldn't necessarily need an air curtain, but we'd have to file for an exemption for that. And I'm continuing to work with her on what it takes to get the exemption, that sort of stuff. And so the other thing that came up concerning the air curtain with this FEMA approved disaster is that we may be able to get 75% reimbursed if we buy another air curtain because of emergency equipment required to deal with the emergency. We're checking into that right now, and that could be something that would be beneficial to the county to have a couple of those things that we might be able to move around. We've got some municipalities that don't need one all the time, but could use one when we need to loan one out to them, and so I think that would be a good investment if we can do that. And at our next board meeting, I'll try and bring some more information back on that, and then maybe on the 15th we'll try and get the lady from FEMA, not FEMA, but DEQ. I'm sorry.
Why do you want to do that?
Why do I want to do that to you? No, it's the lady from DEQ that's a little more agreeable to working with us on that kind of stuff. She's been very nice so far. Never threatened us with a $10,000 a day fine yet.
Yeah.
Okay. So anyway, that's what I've got. This is handouts. If you got any questions, give Lori a call. She's got a whole laundry list of stuff, and again, like I said, she's got a real personal contact as an emergency manager that's got a lot of experience in the municipalities. So that's all I've got.
Well, I don't have anything, but thanks for your service.
Well, appreciate
Good luck
that.
on retirement. I'm sure you're going to retire. So
I appreciate it.
enjoyed it.
I'm gonna work real hard at that. Marvin, I agree with you about Lori. Lori is an excellent lady. I remember meeting her, and she wanted to come to work for me, but she couldn't because she was working for the OTC. I would assume that she has retired now. I know she was coming up on it, but I can say that I agree with you that she is a very good lady and will be a great grant writer for Logan County. In any case, the only thing I really have to say is that I started this when I was 61. I'm now 73. I've done more than anybody has done to better the lives of the people in East Logan County for a very long time, and I'm quite aware of that because they continue to tell me that. I really do enjoy challenges, and that's one of the things that I absolutely am going to be doing in my retirement is finding those challenges, because that's what rings my chimes, is really meeting challenges and seeing what I can do about it. And so that's what I will be continuing to do. I've had several avenues that are lined out for me. There's some grants that I'm wanting to get. I might get with Lori in a spare time to see what she has to say about that as well. But in any case, I look for the future of Logan County to be quite good when it comes to economic development in this COVID environment, and I definitely look forward to working with you, Mr. Almost a Commissioner, and I wish you the very best in being able to take care of our people out there in East Logan County.
Thank you.
You bet. So, having said that, this is my last meeting, and I am very much looking forward to the new life that I'm about to experience, a new chapter in my life, and I intend to do an awful lot of travel and writing and various things like that. So we'll see what happens, but I can tell you that the rest of my life is going to be extremely exciting, and I'm very much looking forward to it. So having said that, I wish everybody here the very best, and I am still in contact, and if anybody thinks that they might be able to need my aid for whatever reason, I'm always on the phone, and everybody knows my cell number because I put it out like candy. So in any case, Troy, I cannot tell you how much I appreciate you being in that chair as the county clerk.
Thank you.
You have done the most incredible job that I think I couldn't even have dreamed how well that you have done. So I
appreciate
am
that, thank you.
very,
Go enjoy your retirement. You'll have a good time.
I've loved you a lot.
Yeah, well, I might mention, you know, today's Tish's last day, so we appreciate her
Yes.
service as well. So.
I forgot all about that. Her service has been remarkable. And I wish I'd remarked about it when she was here. I really honestly do. I still keep kicking myself in the rear for that. Yes, reduction of property tax was one of her, single best moments in my opinion. And I wish her very well in the future. But I understand why she retired. And I wish her well. So, having said all that, I think we've satisfied item number 19. On to item 20.
So moved.
I'll second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye.